could stop me. Nothing could stop me.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Goff now looking to throw. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Personal foul, blocking the passer, defense.
So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give them a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize them.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Goff. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Goff now looks to throw. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked up by Elijah Morgan. And the Bengals are going to take over They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. First down, a run with Cohen. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll set up to throw. And this one is incomplete. The Bengals are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Play number 7 now coming in on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Matt Milano, the man to break up the throw.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Open man is Duvernay. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake there. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 27, Goff. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel.
Certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to bring back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Room here to run. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll set up a throw. Got his man. It's Williams. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section. A heck of a lot there.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. From the gun, here's Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Goff. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 25 on 2nd down, Goff. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. From the red zone now, Goff. Eluding the pressure right. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson. A 13-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Open man downfield is Duvernay. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They'll run up the middle with Cohen. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That'll give him 8 that time. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. On first down, gone. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and the Bengals grab it. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half of not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Bengals have taken the lead on the final play of the first half. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understand.
But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against the Baltimore Ravens, and they have the lead here as well. They'll try and start this drive in the air. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And some room to run now. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 55 rushing yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Second and 11. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're going to look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Drake London, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
On second down, Williams. They find some open field here. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. And that run.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now we'll pause for an injured player, and that's wide receiver Drake London who's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cohen. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Williams, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot. They're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 134 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Bourne. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Now a first down throw. Goff. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chase Claypool. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives And a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
On 2nd and 10, rush to the end zone, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Ben Skoranek, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Goff on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the air again. Goff. And that's incomplete. Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Here's Rush to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage again to 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. To throw is Rush. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Dancing to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now gone. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Goff's throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Goff now looking to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Chase Claypool with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals' hand. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Goff. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here we go on 4th. Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Ben Skoranek with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw, as this play will stand as is. On 1st down, Goff. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. One last throw here for Goff. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against.
Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, see 12, 9, 11, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody way, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni again it hits. This goes so hard.